Did you know one of the most brilliant workplace protests happened over 250 years ago in a palace, and it didn't involve a single word? Joseph Haydn had a problem. His boss wouldn't let the musicians go home. Joseph Haydn was the court composer for the royal Austro-Hungarian Esterházy family. One summer, the prince took residence at his summer estate at the countryside, which was meant to be a couple of weeks, but ended up being a couple of months. The court orchestra was furious. They were tired and they wanted to go back home to Vienna. But only the prince decided how long the stay would be, and he seemed in no hurry at all. Haydn was the middleman. Also, he hated the country and wanted to leave himself. And so he decided on a move that was borderline treason, but brilliant. He wrote a symphony. But wait, this is no ordinary symphony. And no, you do not need to know music theory to get the joke. This symphony is in the key of F sharp minor, which is extremely uncommon for the classical era, since it was considered too wild and too stormy. Angry anyone? It has 5 movements, also uncommon since the symphony was supposed to have just 4. And throughout, there are many clues to the fact that someone is trying to make a point. For example, the first movement, which is a sonata form, you'd expect to hear 2 subjects, then a development of these 2, then those 2 subjects again, but without the modulation. But Haydn played a trick. There is no development part. I mean, there is, but where it's supposed to be, there is a minuet in D major, which is a French dance and has nothing to do with a sonata form. Hint, hint, His Highness wants some entertainment? Here's a cheap dance for you. But the peak of the musical sarcasm is that 5th movement. See, the prince thought it was finished, and then suddenly a new movement began. And then suddenly, while the music is playing, the oboe and the horn player get up, bow politely, turn off their candle, and leave the stage. A few seconds later, the bassoon player does the same. Then the cellos, then the basses. This is written in the score, yeah? And they keep leaving until it's just the conductor and the first violin remaining. Then the conductor bows and leave. And then the violin, mid-phrase, gets up, bow, and leave. The original dropped the mic, 18th century style. Needless to say, the message was loud and clear. And the prince returned home the next day. And Haydn, well, he proved his boss. Follow for more music next time.